I can speak for these five guys up here. It's been like pulling teeth, and nobody wants to do it. The only saving grace that I see is that we're back at the state that we were in '08 with the total dollars being paid. Now the millage rate is way up, but the total dollars, well, on the 7 people that we pulled, it'll be back up to about where it was in '08. And well, I'll say, let's see.
Cost of the county doing business has gone up too. We've got a jailhouse that's 20 years old. This courthouse, we've got equipment up on top that's 20 years old, and that stuff's gonna start falling apart.
We're not,
Sheriff,
this building isn't 20 years old.
Sheriff, how many cars did you have when you took office with 200,000 miles or more? Do you know right off there?
I can tell you when I presented my budget to you all back in April, I had 14 with over 150,000, currently with the ones we'd already replaced. So it's extremely significant.
The building isn't, but some of these air conditioners are.
And Mr. Forsyth, one of the issues with the heating and air units, and I'm going to throw out something later in contingency discussion that might help us with that issue, but apparently some years back, the computer that was running all of these AC units up on the roof, there's 22 of them, I believe, it crashed and nobody replaced it. Well, you can't get the software anymore that runs all of these units. So it's nice and comfortable down here because we're below street level for the most part, but up in the courtrooms, it is toasty, toasty warm. And so they've been having their meetings down here because we can't find parts to replace the units in the areas where they aren't keeping up. And we're trying to sort of jury rig them with programmable thermostats because there's no computer system anymore to regulate it. And so it is very hard to regulate what rooms are what temperature now. So my apologies that it's chilly in here. We've tried to correct that the best that we can, and we don't want to waste the taxpayers' money in that regard.
One set of numbers I want to share with you, and I'm just going to use my personal taxes. I'm not going to share anybody else's. But in '09, I paid $2,412 in taxes. Last year, I paid $2,014 in taxes. That's my same house. The house that I've always lived in. I hadn't added anything, I hadn't taken anything away. But that's a 16.5% reduction.
Wait a minute, you said you paid 2014 last year. You must have read the year instead of the amount.
Yeah, I may have my year screwed up. But
how much did you pay last year?
Last year, $2,014.
Wait, you said you paid 2004 in '09.
In '09, I paid $2,412.
Okay.
Now, if you want to check that, you can go up and ask Angela, so that's where it came from. Somebody asked me if I went back and pulled my records. I said, I didn't even know where last year's tax bill was, much less. But anyway, I'll call this hearing complete, and we will go into our regular budget meeting, and I would invite